It's Josh Spector from Connected Comedy, and I wanted to try something a little different today. I am going to give a review of a comedian's website and do it through video. So basically, on the Connected Comedy Facebook page, I asked if anybody would like me to go over their website and give them some tips, and that's what I'm going to do right now. I've chosen Tom Stewart's website, which is tomstewartcomedy.com. Tom is a comedian from Rhode Island, and he's been brave enough to allow me to share his website with you and give some feedback to him, and hopefully you'll all be able to learn some things from what I see on his site. So let's see, to get into it, the first thing I want to say is that in general, with any comedian's website, one of the big questions I have when I first look at it is, what is the one action that you most want somebody to take when they visit your website? And Tom has a lot of stuff going on his site. He has messages, he has a blog, he has upcoming performances, he has latest news. You can click to his bio, pictures, videos, all this stuff, which is great. But in part, I don't think it makes clear on the homepage what that first action somebody new to his site should take. And it may be that he wants them to join an email list. It may be that he wants them to subscribe to his blog. It may be that he wants them to watch a particular video. It may be that he wants them to book him. Whatever, there's lots of different things that it could be, but I think Tom should spend some time thinking about what is that main action he wants them to take and put that front and center on his homepage. It's fine to have all of these things here, but they're all kind of getting equal treatment at the moment. And so for a user, who knows what the user is going to do, and the user doesn't even know. So I think you'll be helped by figuring out what is most advantageous to you in terms of the action you want them to take, and make that the most prominent on your site. The other thing I noticed is Tom's website, I'll just scroll down some here, is powered by Weebly, which I know a lot of comics use. It's a way to create a free website. I don't love it in general. I would recommend using WordPress or Blogger or something a little more powerful. Those things are not that expensive. You're paying for your own domain anyway. And you're going to wind up with just a lot more flexibility and a much better site than you're going to get from something like Weebly. So the next thing I noticed on Tom's site is, if you read connectedcomedy.com, you know I'm a big believer in the power of email and mailing lists, and there's a lot of reasons for that you can find on the site. I noticed that Tom has a plug right here on his homepage to join his email list. But if you'll notice, it's really far down towards the bottom of the page, which means either he doesn't really want people to sign up to the email list, or it's basically an afterthought. And I've noticed a lot of comics will do this. They'll kind of bury the email list sign up, and that just makes it even harder for you to get anybody to sign up. If you really want people to sign up for your email list, then that email list should be prominently displayed somewhere towards the top of the page. Also along those lines, I think the language here is a little confusing. He has joined my email list, send me a message about the website, my comedy, or whatever, plus receive special offers, jokes, contests, and prizes. Well, this is kind of confusing to people, because do you want them to send you a message, or do you want them to join your email list? It's really a kind of mixed message here. And I think as a result, it winds up preventing people from joining the email list because they may not have anything that they want to say to you. And it also prevents you from getting comments, because they may worry that if they enter their comment here and give you their email, they're automatically being subscribed to your list when they may not want that. So I would recommend tweaking that language and really make it about the email list sign up, and you can have people send you comments elsewhere. The next thing I wanted to go into is also still on this homepage, the stuff he's got down here at the footer. A couple things jumped out at me as being unnecessary and probably not the best thing to have. The first is this counter of it basically is just a measure of the traffic and visitors he's had to the site in general, and there's a lot of different counters that people can put on their site. I don't think it's a good idea to show how much traffic you have to your website. It's unlikely that anybody's going to see it and say, oh wow, he's got 1,600 people who visited his site, great. All it's going to do is be a negative, because there will be people that say that's not that many, that's not that many people. And also, it looks, to be honest, it looks kind of amateur. And I think what you want to get across is a more professional approach. So I would take that off. The other thing I would take off is there's some Google ads running down here at the bottom, and I'm sure you're not getting enough traffic to really be making money off of them. So all you're doing is, again, it makes it look kind of amateur, and it's not really the message that you want to send. You want your site to be very fan-friendly and open, not look spammy. And these kind of things tend to look a little spammy. The next thing I wanted to do, and by the way, I should also mention at this point that I'm not going over the entire site, because this video would probably be an hour long, and I'm trying to keep it relatively short. So I'm just pointing out a couple quick things that I noticed. The next thing I wanted to point out was on his video commentary page, which is a series of video rants that Tom's doing. And congratulations to you, Tom, for listening, and the fact that you're putting content up fairly regularly is a great thing. And I encourage you to do that. One thing that jumped out at me on this page is you've embedded all the videos from YouTube, which is good, but you haven't written any text around them. And this top video, for example, which is things I hate on Facebook, that's great. There's a lot of interest in Facebook. There's a lot of people that are going to, searching for things about Facebook, and people that hate Facebook, and it's the kind of video that people may share because they agree or disagree with your statements. But by not having any text around it here, I'm gonna click into the actual individual post page. So for Google and search engines, when they are looking to see what this page is about, all they can really see is the text on the page. So they see this video, the title, Video Commentary 13 Things I Hate on Facebook, and that's it. So they have no idea really what this is about other than just that title. If you add a little write-up, even if it's a couple sentences right here below the video, talking about the video, talking about how, you're ranting about things you hate on Facebook, you're giving Google more information in terms of what this page on your website is about. And because you'll be using words like Facebook and things I hate and rant and Tom Stewart and whatever, all of those words will help Google understand what this page is about, and will drastically increase the chances that you'll get free traffic to your site. In an ideal world, when somebody searched Google for annoying things about Facebook or things I hate on Facebook, this page would come up, and they would click on it, and you'd wind up getting a lot of free traffic. So it's great that you're creating this content. It's great that you're putting it on your website. You're missing an opportunity by not putting any text content around the video describing what it is. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is, one thing that jumps out at me on your site is it seems to be a little mixed in terms of, is this site for your fans? Is this site for bookers or industry? You have, for example, here on the homepage, you have randomly just thrown in a plug for basically people to hire you, whether that's to perform at their establishment, open mics, need someone to write jokes for you, or you need a host or an MC, and then you have your contact information. Well, again, kind of like the email list, it's just thrown in and kind of buried almost like an afterthought. And the reality is that your fans aren't going to care about this, and the industry isn't really going to find it here or take you seriously. So what I would recommend doing is I would recommend that you gear the site in general and all your content towards your fans and your audience, which for the most part it seems like you're doing, and create a page that is called booking or industry, and have that page really be the showcase page for someone that can give you work. On that page include, you know, a professional video clip of your act. You can include details about how people can contact you. You can include references. You can include lots of different things, but that's the page that you want to send potential bookers and industry to. And then that page you can highlight here on your homepage or in your navigation, as opposed to just kind of sprinkling in bits and pieces throughout. Contact booking info down here. That's not what you want. You want to create a page and send them to that page, and that will contain all of the most important information that bookers are going to want to do. One last quick thing that I noticed, and this is kind of minor, but I went to your bio page, which is fine and good. One thing that jumped out at me was, if I didn't know that you lived in Rhode Island from looking at your Facebook page, I would have no way of knowing on your website where you live, which is a kind of minor, obvious point, but you want to remember that a lot of times people are going to see your website and they don't know that kind of basic information. So I'm sure it's just something that slipped through the cracks, and obviously people could figure it out, but they don't want to have to research to figure out where you live. They want to be able to just look and see it. So I'd recommend adding to your bio something about where you live. So yeah, that's about it. Again, there's a lot more that I could say, but I'm trying to keep this video relatively quick for people. I hope that you find it helpful, Tom. I hope that other people find it helpful. If anybody has questions or would like me to do a similar video for their website, please leave a comment and let me know, and I will see what I can do. Thanks.